Well, hello and welcome back to another What the Flipper with you, mate. Do you know that it used to be legal to mail the fucking babies? Yes, you could just ship your fucking mistakes.
When you're young, your parents lie to you a lot. They tell you Santa Claus is real, they tell you Brussels sprouts are delicious, they tell you that you're handsome and that
Santa Claus is real, what the fuck are you saying?
they don't like your sister more than you, and of course they tell you the classic fib that babies are delivered by storks.
Yes? That's how they are delivered, no?
Now, of course, none of those things are true. Santa Claus was invented by Jeff Bezos, Brussels sprouts are made of gross juice, your average looking
This man is fucking lying!
and your sister is way cooler than you. As for the one
Joke's on you, I don't have a sister. Fuck you, bitch!
about the stork, though, it's not exactly true, but it's close enough that we can pretend it is for segue reasons. Although babies were never delivered by birds, they were delivered for a very brief period by the United States Postal Service, which personally I much prefer.
Just put them in the fucking box! Shut the fuck up, Timmy! Get in the box!
Back before we had email or Snapchat, mail was the lifeblood of America, and the US Postal Service was the circulatory system that distributed that blood. If you wanted to send your friends a letter or a package,
And babies were drugs.
circulatory drunken photo of yourself with puppy ears, you had to do it through the USPS. In fact, the Postal Service was considered so important that the Postmaster General made the second highest salary of any public official in the US.
Bro, what the fuck?
The key moment, though, was in 1913 when the Postal Service made a change that would revolutionize American commerce. A brand new parcel service that allowed people to send packages up to 11 pounds or 5 kilograms. Far above parcel service that allowed people to send packages up to 11 pounds or 5 kilograms.
Really? Guys, if Timmy is under 5 kilograms, you could fucking mail him.
Far above the previous 4-pound limit. This was important because it made mail order shopping possible.
Just don't give him food. That's all it takes. Just starve him, don't give him any food. Then you could mail him. Imagine how cost efficient that would be.
Which led to the popularity of catalogs like Sears Roebuck, which led to the massive growth in American consumerism, which led to Americans buying goods on credit, which led to an overexpansion of credit, which led to a stock market crash, which led to the Great Depression, or as I like to call it, the Big Mood, which led to the book The Grapes of Wrath, which led to me getting assigned to read The Grapes of Wrath in
Which led to us watching this video. Which led to Timmy getting in the box.
The parcel service meant that now, through the mail, you could send and receive heavier items like toasters, shoes, baby dolls, baby strollers, baby cribs, and for a short while, babies.
Yes.
Turned out, when the parcel service was first created, they had forgotten to make a specific rule against mailing children. Easy mistake, we've all done it.
Well, can we really call it a mistake? That's just cost efficient, man.
But it meant that parents looking to save money on train tickets started mailing their children, and in the spirit of the referee who let Airbud play basketball,
That's so smart of them.
there wasn't a specific rule against it, it was allowed, briefly at least. The first known case of someone sending their child in the mail was by Jesse and Matilda Beagle of Glen Est, Ohio, who paid 15 cents in postage to send their newly born son, who was 10 pounds, just under the 11-pound limit, to their grandmother's house, which was about a mile away. Now, on the one
Did he survive?
hand, you could argue it would have been more responsible for them to just walk their baby there themselves, but on the other
Who has got the time for that? Who gives a fuck about that? Just fucking mail Timmy.
hand, responsible parents don't end up getting talked about on YouTube 107 years later, so who's the real winner here?
Exactly.
While the Beagles may have been the first, they weren't the last. To be clear, mailing children was never a common practice, but there are a few other recorded examples, including a
If it was my child, I'd mail the fuck out of him. Just get in the box, Timmy!
who mailed her 2-year-old grandson to his aunt in Wellington, Kansas for 18
Exactly.
cents. The most famous story is of Mae Purstorff, a 6-year-old girl whose parents sent her as freight mail on a train where she traveled 71 miles from Grangeville to Lewiston, Ohio in 1914
Did
to
she
visit with her
survive?
grandmother. Her story is now the subject of the children's book Mailing May, which joins a long line of books that treat child endangerment like an adventure.
Get in the box, Spotter!
One interesting aspect of child mailing is that the children weren't hidden in boxes or crates or giant novelty birthday cakes. They were just normal package-free children who would have postage pinned to their clothes, and they'd get handed to the mailman who would transport them.
What? That's so fucking retarded. Why'd you fucking do that? You fucking ruined it for me. So you were telling me they were not in the fucking box. Why? Just put them in the fucking box.
Them wherever it was they needed to go. In a way, it was less like being mailed and more like getting carried somewhere by
Fuck you, fuck. You fucking ruined it for me, fuck.
A few moments later.
Why? Just put them in the fucking
a
box.
babysitter whose other babies were envelopes. But now let's get to the real question. Was mailing children actually legal, or was it just the kind of illegal thing that
Obviously it
people still
was.
did in the early 1900s, like brewing moonshine or preventing minorities from voting? The answer is that it's not totally clear. In 1913, the Postmaster General made a public statement in response to reports of child mailing that claimed that there was already a rule on the books that the only live things that the parcel service would transport were bees and bugs, which would obviously exclude children, but nonetheless.
Why? Bees and bugs are way more precious than those fucking children's.
On June 14th, 1920, the Postmaster General made a new rule specifically barring children from being sent in the mail,
So he's the guy. He's the one who fucking ruined it.
implying that the legality of the practice was at least up in the air enough to make a specific rule against it.
No, it wasn't.
Now, on an unrelated note, the current Postmaster General.
Guys, if I was the postmaster, imagine I'd make mailing the fucking children's legal. Imagine how fucking cost efficient that'd be.
aka the second highest paid public official in the US, is someone named Megan Brennan who went to MIT, which means that she probably loves learning new things about math, science, and computer science.
Add
In other
insert,
words,
I
she would
sense it
probably
coming.
really enjoy using Brilliant.
Fucking knew it! Bro, they fucking ruined it for me. I was hoping that they'd get it in the fucking box. Just put them in the fucking box and poke a couple of holes in there. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. Anyways, if you guys like the video, remember to subscribe, like and share. That way you can mail your children's. Bye bye.
Can I put my balls way down deep inside your jaw? Won't you let me shove my balls inside your gaping maw?